Well, I had started working at Paramount in 1980, and I did a series, The Powers of Matthew Starr, vaguely science fiction. They liked my work and they wanted to keep me there. I did the last 20 shows of Happy Days, for instance. I did a show called Webster. I did innumerable pilots and a lot of stuff that they just threw at me to keep me on the lot. I knew they were going to do a new Star Trek pilot. There was no immediate talk about turning it into a series. Mike Schoenbrunn, who was the head of production and television at Paramount, called me into his office and said, "I want you to meet Gene Roddenberry. I've got a problem I think you can solve for me." Grudgingly, I say that looking back on it because I was pretty sure I didn't want to do it until I met Gene Roddenberry. And just a few hours of conversation with him and I was hooked. The man said all the kinds of things that I believed that ought to be said. He was a humanist, a man that really believed that the future could be other than death and destruction, that the future could be everybody reaching his or her potential, no racism, no prejudice, no religious strife, no ethnic cleansing, all the kind of things that you would hope a utopia would be. The show wasn't just about the hardware, the intellectual content of basic philosophy of humanism. I admired the man greatly, you can tell that.
Herman Zimmerman deserves a lot of credit that I don't think he's ever received for creating what is probably the most original production design for a spaceship that I think we've ever seen in the modern era of filmmaking. I've always felt like if you're actually out in space for an extended period of time, the most realistic portrayal of that is on Picard's ship, because you would have to have a super comfortable environment with houseplants and carpeting and leather chairs. You would have to have a really, really comfortable place to live or you would go insane.
Herman is the kind of guy that you work for and you realize that you've had a unique experience, especially in this business where you may go and work on a project and you end up being subservient, or you can't have an idea, or you get pushed around. Not Herman. Herman wanted to hear everything you had to say, and he understood that he was only as good as his people were.
Any artist looks back on their career. There are a lot of things that I think I am very proud of, one of which is the family of people that I've been blessed to be a part of.
Herman was always interested in looking at things from another angle. He would always say there's more than one creative solution to any problem.
Yeah.
I remember one day we were shooting a scene in Starfleet Command. Actually, it was outside of Starfleet Command. And we were walking the set the day before, and I said, it really needs a big sign out in front. And there was no time and no money. So Herman just reached down, and there's a big old planter box there. He literally turned the planter box on its side. He said, I'm going to have it painted, and you put letters on it, and that's the sign.
A production designer doesn't do anything by himself. He pretty much tells people what to do, comes up with solutions to problems based on the script always, and just learning as you go. It's not a career you can take 4-year college course and do an internship and know everything you need to know. And you're always learning, and you're always challenged. You're always at the bottom of the rung, the ladder.
A Life Achievement Award, I feel like he changed all of our lives. I mean, that's kind of the way that I feel when I think of Life Achievement Award. So Herman, thank you. And thank you for introducing me to my husband.
He was there from the beginning, and what a gracious man. No ego, a shame. I still say it's criminal. I don't think he ever won an Emmy, and I don't know how many times he got nominated, but not enough. Just a gentleman, so creative, so smart, and again, so unassuming. Proud of the work, proud of the art of the work. Herman was just the greatest guy. I just dearly, dearly loved him.
Herman, we didn't work together that long. We just did 600 odd television shows and 4 feature films. I don't think there's anybody I've spent more time with than you, Herman, and every minute of it was a delight. You're the best.
Nobody could say that I really worked for a living. I put a lot of hours in, but it was way too much fun, and I couldn't think of doing anything else.